Namaste, witchlings. How are we today? It is Friday. How is it Friday already? I swear this week has just zoomed by. Wasn't it just Mother's Day yesterday? Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to send the message saying that we're live. Okay, here we go. There it is. DA. Daily draw is live. Ba ba ba. I forgot to hit the text box. I'm having a morning. Hit that. Bum bum bum. There we go. Okay. So how are we today? I am surviving barely. It's been a day. I swear. I'm damn near 10 minutes late. No, 20 minutes late. I can do math. And I am just now getting, really started. The goddess kicked my ass today. I could not find information on today's goddess because the one I chose is not in the Kindle book. So I had to go hunting on information for her, but I like her, so it was worth it. Okay, those are put away. And, I was willing to go hunting for her. I am yet again trying to tidy up my space a smidge. I have way too much shit and not enough space to stash it, but I'm working on that. Things are going well overall. It is a very special day, which today's candle will be for. Today is my darling husband's birthday and my non-biological daughter's birthday. And they both think it's pretty freaking cool that they share a birthday. It is also her grandfather's birthday, her mom's dad's. So, it's a pretty awesome day. We also have a number of friends who also have birthdays today. So apparently today is the day to have a birthday. Just saying. I am surrounded by Taurians. So today's candle is for my husband, my daughter, my friend Jenna, my husband and my friend Colleen, for my daughter's grandfather. I believe it's also my friend Mary's birthday, but I'm not positive her birthday at least was recently. And everyone else. Okay. So let's go ahead and click this and get started. Notes. Bring up my notes. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I yawn. Why are my hands not cooperating in me telling them to grab the cards? Okay, so flip the cards over so that they are the correct direction. All right. Okay, making sure I have everything. I am just having one of those days. I'm so glad it's Friday. So, our first card is, that's actually kind of cool, the Chariot reversed. You'll never get anywhere if you keep standing still. You may be feeling more like the snail, always watching people pass you by, wondering if you are ever going to get there. Just because they are going faster doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. You'll get there at your own pace. Voice to text heard what it wanted to hear and not what I actually said. Give me a second. Gods, I hate it when it does this to me. We are number 7. Eyes forward. Keep going. Makes sense now. Next, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Nurture what you have and see how it grows and grows. The Witch, I'll show you the card again because this one's kind of cool. The witch tends to the plants in her shop window, placing moss agate points nearby to encourage strong growth, understanding that some things take time to flourish. What in your life are you tending to? Perhaps it's a new career path or another long term undertaking. Keep kindly reminding yourself that success likely won't be instantaneous. In fact, most of the overnight success stories you hear are not what they seem. Behind the scenes, the progression is almost painfully slow and steady, completely unbeknownst to the people on the outside who only get to see the final result of tireless work and some seriously late nights. Stay focused and do what you need to do to get there. And then our final tarot card, almost said oracle, is the 6 of Pentacles reversed. Every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. Despite the many blessings you've been given, you haven't felt the need to pass those blessings along. This will eventually catch up to you if it hasn't already. So, move out of this state of thoughtlessness and into a state of thoughtfulness. Basically, don't hoard the blessings, my friends. Pay it forward. Always pay the blessings forward, because when you do, you multiply them for yourself and others. Okay, popping the cards back where they belong. And grabbing the oracles. I do love this oracle deck. It's a very pretty deck. First oracle card. It's never over. Ooh, that sounds ominous. However, you have moved on. This is true. And finally, we have destined soul ties. It's never over. You moved on. Destined soul ties. It's never over. Okay. You moved on, but there are destined soul ties. Are the destined soul ties between you and the person you have moved on from? Or are the destined soul ties between you and the one you've moved on to? This is a good question. These are the things I ponder. All right. Boop, 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 boom. I really do like this pouch. It's doing quite well for what I wanted it for. Our rune. Uh-oh. Oh, big yawn. Our rune for the day is Yira. The divinity for Yira is Freya or Freyr. The letter is J. The symbol is the seasons. The element is earth. The trees are fruiter's trees and the oak. The plant is rosemary, the stone is citrine. The color is yellow as wheat and azure as the sky. With the stone being citrine, the color being yellow makes sense. The animal is the swallow and the stork, both associated to seasons. My question, as usual, is the swallow laden or unladen? And is it a European swallow? And if you don't get that reference, sucks to be you. Yura represents the harvesting of your previously cultivated endeavors and energies. Whether that be physical, mental, or spiritual energy, it is the reaping of what you have sown. Yura shows you that your hard work has paid off, a feeling of accomplishment that should bring celebration and confidence. Yura represents patience and allowing things to come into fruition in due time, paired with hard work and determination. Yura is a symbol of happiness and peace, a beacon of prosperity and success. It allows us to bask in the rewards of our efforts and feel hopeful for the future. We are given confidence and hope each time we complete a cycle upon the earth, reaping rewards as we carefully master its patterns and habits. This act of harvesting provides the strength and will to trudge through the rough winter months of the year, which closely follow the final harvests. Yira and the harvest cycle is shown by the sowing of crops, the maintaining of their growth and health, and the reaping of their benefits. It represents the breaking open of germinated space that has been cultivated to fruition. Yura is a rune of nature's patterns, symbolizing a pivotal moment in the year when we make our last stand with the sun against the draconian winter. Yura is our final chance to prepare ourselves for the season of darkness. Yura represents the release of internalized energy. When we've carefully maneuvered our ideas internally, with scrutiny and confidence, we can finally allow them to come forward and be released. Yura is the breaking of that closed internal space, a release in the internal realm. Yura is external propulsion of force towards your goals and the harvesting of your mental, physical, and spiritual labor. The earth is alive, and its cycles of death and rebirth are also mimicked within us. As much as we harvest physical bounty in the fall, we also harvest metaphysical and spiritual bounty along with it. Like the falling leaves, we must also fall and wither. We must, quote, die with the sun and maneuver the realms of darkness, awaiting our triumphant rebirth in the spring. As a rune of the day, this is a time of reaping rewards from seeds sown in the past. It is a time of plenty, of joy, and of celebration. But it is also a time to work with no time with it is a time to work with no time for complacency. The harvest is followed by winter, so you should make sure you have stored enough wisdom to face your next challenge. This is another turning point in life, not a goal. There are greater harvests ahead, but like the farmer, you must prepare the land, sow the seed, tend to the seedlings, and feed the fruit. In relationships, Yura suggests building a long lasting alliance is not so easy since a lot of difficulties are going to come up along the way. Do not rush to any conclusions if problems occur, because there is a time for everything. That comes straight from the Bible. The situation will gradually change. The rune may also indicate that if your feelings are strong enough, you can endure all adversity. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. That screams all you need is love. Straight up, love is not always enough. You need respect, you need trust, and that's pretty much it. You need love, respect, and trust. Mostly respect. And a willingness to compromise with each other. But mostly respect. In work, Yura claims, work hard, since great effort will pay off with great interest. Today's worries tomorrow will be transformed into something valuable. hard currency, an influential patron, a promotion, or a new contract. So, our key takeaways: the results of your earlier efforts are realized, a time of peace and happiness, or a fruitful season. It can break through stagnancy, hopes and expectations of peace and prosperity. The promise of success is earned. Life cycle, the cyclical pattern of the universe, everything changes in its own time. Change, cycle turning, rewards, motion, productivity, and inevitable development. Hmm. Better than drawing the tower card 3 days in a row. Shh. Our goddess. Um, she's an interesting goddess. And like I said, I had to hunt to find information on her. I need to grab the book. I just hid the book. Oh, excuse me. The book says, oops, I just had her, that she is Sumerian. All right. Our goddess is Atagardis. She is a Sumerian goddess, and it says she's a goddess of balance. However, the information I have here says slightly different. So, let me put the cards in the box, and we shall read her mythology, because she's kind of interesting. I really enjoy this deck while I'm putting it away, because it does have goddesses from so many different pantheons that I would never have thought about, such as, Sumer and the African diasporas, instead of just, the Romans, the Greeks, the, well, let's go Hawaii. I love it. Okay. Grabbing phone. Phone is on life support right now. My electronics are dying so quickly and eating batteries so badly. And I don't have my tablet because I was a brilliant person and completely spaced plugging it in before I went to bed last night. And I know it will die overnight. Genius die. So, today's goddess, Atagartis, the first mermaid and goddess of the waters. Now, see, the card says she's Sumerian. This says a Syrian goddess of water and the moon. Atagartis was a great and fertile beauty, so well loved by her people. Often shown sitting by the edge of the sea or ruling on her throne with 2 lions by her side, Atagartis was known as a fierce goddess of power and of grace. She was the Balat, or mistress, of her people, in charge of the city's protection and well-being. And, unlike other goddesses of feminine softness and fertility, Atagartis was also a wild protector, able to channel the divine protection of a mother guarding her children when need be. So she was the original mama bear. Known by many names, such as Derketo, Dea Syria, and Atarathea, Atagartis' history and mythological lore is vast and spans over several cultures and hundreds of years. Many myths say Atagartis fell in love with a mortal man and bore unto him a daughter, Semiramis, who would later grow up to become the queen of Syria. But this is where the myths diverge. Some say what happened next is that she became so overcome by grief from her birth, while others say it was because she accidentally killed her lover, that she threw herself into the water in complete and utter shame. From there, the legends say her great beauty compelled the gods of the sea to save her, and she was transformed into a fish. And that is how the great myth of a fish-tailed goddess, the first mermaid, was born. Now, in ancient Greece, she was known as Derketo, a nymph-like maiden and the chief Syrian goddess. One story paints her arrival on Earth as hatching from heaven's egg. The egg fell down from the skies and landed in the Euphrates, where she was saved by a school of fish who nudged her egg to shore. It is said that when she was older, Atagartis went to Zeus and asked him to put the symbol of the fish into the stars to show her gratitude to the ones who saved her life. And this, some legends say, is how the constellation of Pisces came to be. Okay. What does Atagardis rule? She is a ruler of water, the moon, fertility, femininity, and fierce motherly protection. Why would one call upon her? To help protect your softness in times of great harshness and pain, and to help you get in touch with your softness in the first place. To help you connect more deeply with your inner waters and your inner wells of creativity and intuition. To help you conceive of and birth new creations. To assist you in times of great grief and great change. To help you flow through the rough waters of life. And to help connect you to the great feminine, the powers of the moon, motherhood, beauty, and love. And let's see the notes from the book. The first known mermaid in recorded history, Atagardis, is guiding you to look for balance in your time, your environment, and within yourself. As a teacher, Atagardis asks you to seek new ways to bring more balance and care into your life. She just struck me as interesting today. All right. And then we have our Namaste. I'm going to preface today's Namaste card with, if you are like me and neurospicy, it may not always work. We are cracking a routine. We all like established routines that are familiar and efficient. The problem is when we get caught up in the same cycle, we reduce our ability to bring new things into our lives that we can learn from. Crack a routine today. It could be something as simple as how you make breakfast or get ready for work. If you want to take it up a notch, try talking to people whom you rarely engage with. See if you can cultivate a new relationship. Changing a routine can help bring new wonders into our lives and help us integrate new perspectives that allow us to learn and grow. Okay, for the neurospicy among us. Instead of completely jacking up your routine, which is what the card is suggesting, add to an existing routine, build on a routine. So if you're like me, I get up, I walk the dogs, I feed the dogs, and then I make my own breakfast and I come in here and get ready for the morning for this. What I need to start doing, because I need to build back into my routine, is taking my morning meds. I need to find something that I do every day to attach taking my meds to. Still working on that one. Or I'm trying to think, what can I add? My husband has asked, and I started this morning, and I'm going to try to continue it, that I come and instead of ignoring everyone in the house, I join him and drink my morning coffee with him in the morning. So instead of just completely throwing my routine away, I just tweak it a little. And I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do this and not completely screw everything up like I did this morning. Because, neurospicy, if I don't do my routines the way I'm used to, everything goes out the window. So, but this is what this is suggesting. Just try to do some small thing new. So, like I said, for me, instead of walking the dogs, feeding the dogs, making my coffee and breakfast and coming in here, because it's his birthday, I went and had coffee and breakfast with him in his room. Well, not his room, but in his office this morning. And then got sucked into shit and forgot I had to come in here and do prep work for this. Hence why I was a little late. Okay, today's self-compassion. Me first. So what we are doing today is we are going to put the card down and do something kind for ourselves. I'm going to finish my coffee once I finish all of this. So, what are you going to do for yourself today? Are you going to have a cup of coffee? Are you going to treat yourself to something maybe a little nicer for lunch than you normally do? Um, Maybe you're gonna text a friend that you haven't talked to in a while. Something for you. Do some self care today. All right, pop this back where it belongs, and then we will read Mr. Rogers. And I don't mean Steve. I'm on a roll today. It's gonna be a day. I read that one. I've read that one. This one makes me think of a song, and I say that every time I've read it. This is for the parents out there. The child is in me still, and sometimes not so still. Amen to that. My inner child is a hyperactive child. They never shut up or stop moving. So much fun. All right, today is Friday. Still have no idea whether we're doing yoga nidra asana or a guided meditation tonight. That will probably come sometime around 7:30 when I go live at 8. So that is in 5 hours and 45 minutes. I can do math. I'm impressed. So, I hope you guys will join me this evening. And that is actually all I have to say today. Wow. So, please go out, spread joy, spread love, spread kindness. Tell your loved ones how much they mean to you. You don't know when the last time you're going to have that opportunity is. And I will see you all in a few hours. Have a fantastic, magical, wonderful, blessed day, and I will see you then. Love you all.